How is it going today? Boy, let's minimize Dwayne.
My name's Jasmine.
We're Dwayne Jazz 2. We have red versus blue. Death battle.
Yes.
You know you are the Halo goddess.
Halo goddess.
Yeah, so I know you're very excited for this. I know you are. If you guys have any match requests, please
post. What team
are you? I like the color red, so of course I'll be red.
I already know.
Yeah, and you're color blue because you like aqua. So why you ask questions if you?
I'm just trying to see what you were saying.
You guys have any retro requests? Please follow us on social media and the link in the show. Don't forget to subscribe. Let's dive on. I wonder how they're gonna explain this.
I don't know.
Versus Pepsi.
Pepsi
versus Superman.
Few rivalries have lasted nearly 2 decades or spawned epic battles like our second favorite web series, Red versus Blue.
With the red team, even though most of them don't actually wear red.
And the blue team, their perpetual ocean-colored rivals.
Yes.
For this battle, we'll be bringing these two groups back to where it all started.
To find out what would have happened if they had stopped dicking around and actually just fought for real.
Just to note, we will be locking any artificial intelligence characters within their primary bodies, since they're generally invincible unless they stumble into an EMP.
Right.
You mean an imp?
What?
A what?
Where's an iron boomstick?
That's what he
It's our
calls
job
it.
to analyze their weapons, armor,
Drop
and
that
skills
imp.
to find out who would win a death battle.
Hey, yeah? You ever wonder why we're here?
Not long from now, in a galaxy theoretically exactly where we are, humanity goes to war with an alien covenant.
So the United Nations Space Command came up with a ton of plans to win, and one of those was called Project Freelancer.
Essentially an experiment using AI to create invincible
Oh, with
super
the
soldiers.
helmets, man.
In
Make
order
me
to
wanna play the game.
fabricate scenarios to train these highly advanced warriors, Freelancer opted for a unique approach.
Dumping a bunch of losers in a box canyon and telling them they're at war with each other.
Enter the red team. Dick Simmons,
What?
Dexter Grip,
Right.
Franklin Delano Donut, Lopez the Heavy, and their leader, Super Colonel Sarge. Yes, that is his full name and rank.
You know
Okay.
how
Wow,
they say prejudice
okay.
is taught, not born? Well, they haven't met Super
Sarge
Colonel
is
Sarge,
self-appointed
who I bet
medical
was screaming
officer.
how much he hates Blue
Richard is
the
1/8
second he
cyborg.
popped into the world.
Attention, Blue Team! This is the Red Team! We are here to destroy you! Your long reign of being the shittiest team around is about to come to a sudden cataclysmic end!
Once an orbital drop shock trooper, Sarge was unfortunately discharged after developing a fear of heights.
Look at the
only to be
graphics.
picked up by
Look at
Project
all the graphics.
Freelancer to achieve his dream.
Lead the glorious Reds against the dirty Blues. Oh, man, he's great. He seems like the kind of guy you could just have a catch with.
Sure. Sarge may be an unorthodox leader, but he knows his men very well.
Hey, he's good enough to keep dorks like Griff and Simmons around for 17 seasons. And those two spend a lot of time together.
It's a complicated
I haven't watched,
relationship,
like, all
though
of
you
these.
may
I
be
maybe, like,
surprised
watched
at their
one of them.
capabilities.
I haven't watched none.
Simmons
I've
may
heard
be a
about
really?
it.
brilliant
Yeah.
geek, like myself, but he proves stereotypes wrong by changing his armored suit in just 4 seconds.
Well, how about this? How did you change so fast? I've always been a fast changer.
Mjolnir armor is designed to be applied by Spartans within a considerable few minutes. This would imply Simmons is 90 times faster than the average super soldier. He's also technically a cyborg, but everyone forgets that these days.
Meanwhile, Griff is the laziest member of the team, who only cares about pizza and Oreos. He's my favorite. He's also been hit in the nuts more times than I can count, and he's still standing today. That's some balls of steel right there.
Then there's Donut. Easily duped, but always a joy. He's clearly identifiable by his lightish red armor.
Was your eyes
Just
going
pink.
bad? That's pink.
Right.
Magenta. Donut has shown incredible tenacity. He was once shot through the chest, causing his armor to lock up, and was left bleeding out on the ground for over a year, but he got better.
And he's got the
For
best
over a
throwing arm
year.
around. He
What?
threw a grenade halfway across the canyon.
Which is over 1,500 feet long.
And last of all is the team robot who hates everyone, Lopez.
Hola. Hey, that robot looks like Lopez. Hey, Regressado.
No matter how many times they rebuild him, they can never figure out how to fix that language setting. Oh well.
The Reds carry a standard Spartan assortment of magnums, battle rifles, and SMGs.
But if I had to pick one weapon of the bunch, I'd have to go with Sarge's trusty shotgun.
Seriously? The weapon with the shortest range?
Wiz, how long have we known each other? Have you never looked at my leg before? Besides, An effective
What?
range of 45 meters is almost the length of an Olympic swimming pool. Watch your back, Michael Phelps. I know how to beat you now.
Of course, we can't forget their hallmark vehicle, the Warthog.
Yes.
You mean the Puma?
AKA Chupa Thingy. This 3-ton supercar
You
tops
got
out at
offended, dude.
78 miles per hour and is heavily armored.
I mean, you gotta have a
Well,
good
it's
driver in that
supposed to
driver's
be.
seat.
Somehow the Reds always find new ways to break the thing.
Lucky that Sarge is a good mechanic. And you know what they say, Wiz? Good mechanics make for good fathers.
But what I find most baffling is that for some reason, these low-life dimwits have been given the most state-of-the-art Space Marine armor in the galaxy.
Oh yeah, the Mark 6 Mjolnir suit.
Mjolnir.
Gesundheit. Titanium plating, energy shields, hydrostatic gel, liquid metal crystal. These babies can take one hell of a beating.
Apparently
Yeah.
strong enough to withstand the blast of a 50-megaton bomb.
Gotta love it when a bomb goes off that's so big you think it sent you to the future. Good times.
But when push came to shove, the Reds banded together to take down one of the deadliest warriors in the galaxy, the Meta. Despite all logic and reason, the two pillars I hold most dear, I am forced to admit these
Not the
morons
two,
have
man.
proven to be a mind-bogglingly impressive team.
I'm not ordering you to go. I ain't even asking. You do what you gotta do, Private Griff.
I'll go get my car keys.
Ah, all right then. Let's move.
The
There you
blues.
go.
They're not just a great way to sing out all those
There goes my
complicated,
favorite
messed
color
up
right
feelings
there.
you keep down about being fatherless. They're the second half of this epic. But, you know, singing blues would be perfect for this team. They've been through a lot.
Maybe true. Unlike the Reds, they've suffered numerous casualties and are constantly plagued by Project Freelancer's experiments.
You know how they were experimenting with AI? They could only get one, an alpha based on the project's director. Shit went down and they had to hide the alpha where nobody would ever find it.
Apparently, this box canyon in the middle of nowhere seemed the perfect fit.
This
Okay.
is Blue Team. Leonard Church, Lavernius Tucker, Agent Texas, Sheila, who is a living tank, and Caboose.
After losing
look,
their
they got a whole
original
tank on
captain to
his
a
team. They're gonna
deadly
win.
allergy incident, Church reluctantly stepped up to be the Blue Team's unofficial leader.
Spoiler alert, he's the secret alpha AI. I don't know what makes him so special, though. He's a cranky
What?
asshole who's terrible at literally everything he does. He doesn't even know he's an AI. He thinks he's a ghost.
But remember that 50-megaton bomb? Church's team all survived it too, including himself, while it was inside his own body.
What the hell?
What?
Tucker wants you to think he's a ladies' man. However, after careful, painstaking analysis, we have determined that he has very little game, being that his most frequent hookup is a rock.
He's kind of a badass, though. He stabbed the Meta, Shoryuken a Cyclops in the balls, and held off a small army of mercenaries by himself. He
I thought they was
wields
gonna show it for a
kick-ass
second. I
energy
got
sword that
scared.
only works for him.
But for the biggest badass of the bunch, look no further than Agent Texas. Tex is an anomaly. She's not really a blue, but a freelancer assigned to the team through circumstance. Yet she's also not really a freelancer, but a robot duplicate hosting an artificial intelligence fragment split from the alpha as a clone of the director's late wife, Allison.
Yeah,
What?
Doug, guys, how'd you not see that coming from when the show started?
That was a lot.
Unfortunately, the
Right.
Texas fragment is specifically based on the memory of Allison's death and the concept of failure. This means that Tex is literally programmed to fail. Now, this doesn't mean she can't win fights or that her team can't succeed on missions. It's more of a personal defect.
It sure hasn't stopped her from kicking some serious ass. Tex was #1 on the freelancer leaderboard, easily caught this giant crate, and could even flip over Sheila. You know, the 66-ton tank with a mind of its own? The perfect companion
The
for
game where you
Caboose's
just
team
flip over
killing
warthogs
spree.
about really
You all
doing
know
anything.
Caboose, the funny fan favorite who can get you to quote everything he says. And he's really dumb. Hey, speak of the
Wait,
dummy.
aren't you?
Perfect timing. As this battle will be in Blood Gulch, the usual teleportation units will be in place. The Blues have used these teleporters frequently with varying results. In you go.
Certainly. What could go wrong?
Teleportation is instantaneous, as you can see.
You totally killed him, didn't you?
Probably.
Well, aside from Tucker's kick-ass lightsaber, the Blues carry pretty boring weapons. I mean, they don't really need much when they have a robot ninja on their side. Church does have a cool sniper rifle, but he really sucks with it.
Which sort of makes
Jesus.
sense. Unlike everyone else, Church never experienced any training or combat before Blood Gulch.
You know, that explains a lot.
Even without specialized weapons, Blue Team has a few aces up their sleeves. Agent Tex carries an additional AI fragment, Omega.
I prefer O'Malley.
The fragment of the Alpha's Rage. With it,
Okay.
she can use extra enhancement gear, such as a cloaking device.
He birthed
It
an
also
alien
affects
baby.
her personality,
Okay.
quite literally
Okay.
transforming her into a vicious killing machine.
He can also pop out of her head and possess other people like a ghost. But remember, we're locking AIs to their bodies, because that is super overpowered.
Even though Tex has shown incredible feats of strength, Caboose is surprisingly even stronger. In a robot body identical to the one she used to flip Sheila, Tex was unable to lift Andy the Bomb, while Caboose could do so for extended periods
Oh,
of
that's
time.
oddball.
And
Oh my
after
god, I
entering an
remember
alien
that.
temple, Santa, don't question it, increased gravity by 10-fold, and Caboose didn't even notice. I remember a certain Saiyan struggling to do something like that. I mean, I guess this means Caboose is better than Goku.
Stop it! Don't you dare
don't.
open those floodgates.
Yes.
I'm kidding, you idiot. Still, Caboose was strong enough to defeat a bunch of Tex clones all at once. It's like they say, it's God's way of compensating.
Unfortunately, the Blue Team has a tendency to get in way over their heads, often losing team members in the process.
But somehow, some way, they always come back together. They're a good team in a weird, stupid way.
Sheila, shut him up.
I think my team's gonna win. Your team is like they be
Oh,
dying all the
my
time.
team-
From the
like
data
idiots.
through all possibility.
Okay, why did we bring the flag out here?
Because it's supposed to rain today. You have to remember to take your flag outside when it rains.
None of that is
No.
right. What's a flag got to do with rain? Wait, do you think the flag is an umbrella? Caboose, have you ever seen an umbrella before?
Oh, y'all doing capture the flag?
I think
Oh
they're
my
doing
God.
capture the flag.
Suck on that, Blue!
Oh my goodness. Move!
This'll stop them.
Hey, dumbass! The teleporter never worked. Now come on, let's... Wait, where's Caboose?
Great work for that fake weather
Is he
report,
on the-
boys. That's the kind of fake news I like.
What fake weather report?
Ooh! Is she with a rocket? No, tank.
Let's go, Sheila. The only good red is a red in bed.
Yeah, quit your staring and get to stepping. On the gas, pronto.
Yeah, I know.
This feels like a hillbilly, like,
Ah,
fight. I don't
Oh,
know.
no, there's another one. Who put all these rocks out here?
Watch out. It just caves, man. Get around and hit from behind.
Gosh.
John Wayne would have done.
No way, those caves are amazing.
Move over, numbnut.
Hey, don't leave me out here.
Simmons, here's the plan. We're going to use the Warthog as a battering ram, striking their rear engine, which will rupture and cause the tank to self-destruct in a glorious explosion. Excellent plan, sir. Except for...
Right. Y'all gonna die. Y'all gonna die from
That's a
that.
bigger clip than I thought.
oh
Are they
my
flat?
god.
Where it is falling in slow motion.
Where's Simmons? Simmons!
Here, blah.
No!
What is this? My goodness.
Oh no!
Oh, no.
Yeah!
Sheila, no.
No.
Big D! Bouncing about!
Uh-oh.
Don't judge it. End of the line, Reds.
Dirty Blue, for the first time in history, you're exactly right. Today is a good day to die. Charge!
Okay. Man, y'all better take out. Thank you.
Damn. Okay.
Come on now. Y'all better use that sword.
Well, that's not
Come on.
true.
Come on. That sniper not gonna do anything up close. He's gonna miss
I
every
know.
time. There you go. Hit him
No,
with
no.
the balls. Ha!
Oh
Not
my.
today, Roboto!
Thank you. Hit him with that.
Ooh.
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 Idiota, no tienes oportunidad contra mí, porque yo soy el hombre al pasado.
I don't know why that's funny to me.
Ooh.
You're the
Oh.
I
Ooh.
never hit a lady.
Hey,
Then
she
you're
hitting
no
you.
lady.
She is hitting you. You better do something. Oh. He's just gonna get hit again. Yep, there goes.
Oh no, my team.
It's gonna get folded. It's gonna get folded.
Judge, how do I help? Just stay there, Caboose.
He's gonna miss every shot. Look,
I
look.
want to help. Help by not helping. God damn it, this rifle is busted.
Where your shot is.
Help has arrived.
Caboose, no!
Uh-oh. Oh!
Dex!
Oh
Tucker
no.
did it.
Uh-oh.
Great. Okay, well, never mind.
Son of a...
Mm.
This is it.
That's
This is
on
what it's
YouTube.
all about. Red versus blue. Blood versus water. Which is really just lifeless, tasteless, waste of space blood. Destiny awaits. Today, the cerulean devil dies.
Oh,
Well, should have seen that coming.
team got folded.
Good thing the flag is out.
The team got folded.
KO!
Look at you. You
What
thought
a
my team was
battle!
gonna lose.
Who knew weather was so
Because they were
important?
idiots.
As chaotic as the show, we
Look at
all
it.
know.
Okay, so the Reds had plenty going for them. They had brains and speed on their side with Simmons, and they had some epic firepower. But the blue team had the grit to overpower them.
When it comes to physical strength, nobody on the red team came close to the raw power of Tex and Caboose.
Flipping Sheila and lifting Andy made that pretty clear.
Yep.
Hell, Sarge even tried to lift Andy once and he couldn't do it. Poor guy. Even with such charisma, leadership qualities, and big dad energy, you can't win them
Big
all.
dad energy.
Speaking of which, it could be argued Sarge has more extensive military experience than anyone else. However, Tex's freelancer training was far more intensive than standard military issue.
Just look at what she did to the Reds before. She's a monster.
Not to mention, she technically had 2 lifetimes of training, being a copy of Allison and all.
Yeah, her lame programming meant she couldn't win the fight by herself, but her blue teammates picked up the slack. Tucker even got some freelancer training in too, thanks to Agent Washington, and could hold off a platoon of mercs all by himself.
No one ever said he wasn't good at solo activities.
Oh, and in the fight between tanks versus cars, tanks
Tank
generally
is
win.
gonna win.
I mean,
Right.
that one's pretty obvious.
Tank.
The red team may have been extremely
So.
resilient, mostly thanks to aggravating stubbornness, but it wasn't enough to survive the stellar skill and the brute force of blue team.
If only they could have read that they'd end up with a case of the blues.
That's even without releasing the obviously superior power of artificial intelligence units.
You know, dummy, you ever wonder why you're here?
All the time.
He's like,
The
y'all
winner
made me.
is the blue team.
Thanks for checking out that
Now
episode of
what?
Death Battle. If you like that
Nothing,
fight,
right?
be sure to check out the music.
I mean, it is like a parody.
Yeah, it is like, yeah, that was like...
It doesn't matter, like, who
Right.
wins or anything at all.
Exactly. It's
So.
like a fun little episode.
Yeah.
But next time...
That girl?
Or Bat...
Uh-oh.
And Spider-Man?
Uh-oh. Spider-Gwen.
Shoot, now that's what we're talking about.
Hold on.
See, that's what
now,
I'm talking about.
Who do you think would win that fight?
I don't know. What is Spider-Gwen's? I don't know too much about Spider-Gwen because I'm waiting to see if Sony's gonna like have their own Spider-Gwen movie, which
Well,
I'm
obviously
pretty
this
sure.
fight is gonna be pre-wheelchair Batgirl, so.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I don't know. I high-key want to know. I will when this death battle comes. I will
I'm gonna
learn
research her.
Spider-Gwen's powers to see
Yeah.
if she has any different powers. Like Miles has different powers. Like he has.
See if she has like any other like extra things with her suit or
Yeah.
her
I don't
makeup.
know. I don't know.
Her genetic makeup.
Yeah,
or
I don't know how
something.
Batgirl's gonna beat Spider-Gwen.
She got a lot of gadgets.
I mean, but
so does Gwen though. So I
yeah,
don't
they
know.
kind of like, and they're smart, both smart. I don't
Yeah.
know. We're gonna see.
They're both-
That's a
they're
good
both
battle.
smart, yeah.
That's a good battle. That's what I'm waiting for. Yes, sir. Anyway, guys, comment below, guys. Let's
Don't forget to like,
subscribe.
share.
Some more. Deuces.